All right, everybody. So, welcome to the channel. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. So, let me know in the comments if you like it. I'm making this video because I've had another student walk off the court and make this excuse that always pisses me off. All right. So, I was like, hey, why do you think you lost that match? What can we learn from it? And they're like, oh, he was a pusher. He's just pushing everything in. And usually the case, I'm like, that's not a pusher. That's someone who's grinding out the ball. That's a heavy hitter, whatever. That person's just more consistent than you, right? Like, I want to show you what an actual pusher looks like, and I want to explain how to beat them every time. And so for the negative comments that I always seem to get, I did the math on USTA since I have to throw up my credentials out there, which I think is unnecessary. I am 83-11 in USTA 4.5. I got bumped up, and I'm 12-4 in USTA 5.0. I don't know how far back this went. I think it goes back like a year and a half. And also, for those of you who don't know what USTA 4.5 is, USTA 4.5 is UTR 6.5 to 9.5. And a little fun fact, I would rather play out of the 110 matches, the ones that I would least want to play are pushers, right? Because these guys will wear you out. Even if you win, you're going to be pretty beat for the next round, right? So you need to know how to beat them and conserve as much energy as possible so that you can continue winning the tournament. So in this match, I'm going to show, he's my buddy Alex Rondon. Before I went into this match, I had a game plan. I had actually known him from a previous tournament that I won, the Parker Open. I had played an opponent who played him. And my opponent was so injured that he had to quit or forfeit the match after the first set. And he was a good player, but he had played a 3.5-hour match against this guy. All right, so what is a pusher? A pusher is someone who pushes the ball in literally like this, and they try to beat you with their legs. Their goal is to win the battle of attrition, right? Force you to generate your own pace, force you to make the winners, right? They can run marathons around you and then they'll laugh it off and do it again the next round, right? So that is what a pusher is. They're trying to beat you with their fitness. So here's the 3 rules I have for beating a pusher that I've been explaining for students for years, because you will fight these guys in every single tournament from like the 3.5 all the way to the 5.0. You will play these guys. They will win tournaments. So you need to know how to beat a pusher. Rule number 1, respect your opponent. Straight up, respect them. If you walk onto the court saying like, oh, I'm going to beat this guy, maybe you saw him hit in the previous match, like, I'm going to beat him, you've already lost the mental warfare and you're going to struggle out there, right? You're going to have to do a lot more than you thought you did. So respect your opponent. The thing that bothered me is after I beat this guy, I walked off the court and the coaches were like, oh, that took longer than I thought. And I'm like, listen, why would you say that? Right? Like, respect your opponent, right? They're out there to win. They're not coming to these tournaments to lose. They're not coming for exercise. They want to exercise, but they're coming to play their tennis that works for them. And what works for them is the battle of attrition, right? So get ready for these matches, respect them, and let's go. Number 2, you got to play aggressive. You got to get to the net somehow. Any short ball you get, you got to follow it in. You got to put some pace, maybe some backs and something, but you got to get to the net and you got to finish the points. Which brings me to the 3rd point. You got to finish the point, right? You're not going to beat a pusher by waiting for them to hit unforced errors. You're going to have to force the errors or hit winners. Whenever I think of a pusher, I think of the Matrix.
Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
And it's going to be different at every level, right? 3.5 and 4.0, they're going to be in really good shape. They're going to basically just guide the ball in and try to predict your movements. At the 4.5 level, these guys are going to push everything deep. They might be able to pass you if you come to the net, hit some angles. They're going to move you around, and they're just going to try to force you into exhaustion, right? So by 3rd set tiebreaker, you're done and you're not going to have a good time in the next match if you win. And then at the 5.0 level, those guys are not to be trifled with. You don't come across them too much, but these guys run marathons for fun. They're crazy, right? There's a guy on my channel, Troy Parsons, excellent example. Go watch that. That dude, when I knew him, was playing 7 days a week, hiking Camelback Mountain, and then like twice a day. He was crazy, right? But like, that's a 5.0 pusher. That's someone when you meet in a match, you're like, oh gosh, why? Right? Like, you're going to be pretty salty you get them in the draw. So without further ado, let's watch this match. I'm going to do a little voiceover. Let me know if you like something like this. I can continue doing things like this in the future. Let's go. All right, so when I know I play a pusher, I'm going to try and serve and volley as much as possible. So this first game here, I do all serve and volleys. Unfortunately, my volleys sucked really bad. I lost all 4 points. coming to the net. So that's not a good start. So I remember telling myself, all right, I got to chill out. I'm going to battle it out from the baseline for a little bit, warm up my legs. I remember it being a very cold day, wearing pants. The only time you see me wear pants is when it's cold. So yeah, just going to battle it out, do a lot of slices, try and get my legs warmed up. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's not something you want to do against a pusher. But yeah, notice how he even came to the net and he retreated back, right? Pushers, a good pusher is going to want to stay at the net, and he normally does, but I think he kind of didn't hit it deep enough, so he retreated back a little bit there. Yeah, so this is what you don't want to do, right? Because I'm warming myself up, but at the same time, I'm getting hit warmed up, and a pusher wants this. This long point, I will be tired after a 10-shot rally. I'll be breathing, and he will not. Yep, he's going to do a lot of slices. I remember thinking I need to play long points right now. Yeah, get a short ball. Make sure the next point's going to be over with. Surprised he didn't let that bounce. Yeah, I was already tired. Don't know what happened with the score here. Really don't. We didn't switch at the correct times. Maybe he won the first game. All right, there's textbook tennis against a pusher. Come to the net.
I want to point out, look at the footwork. You can always tell how good a player is based on their footwork, and his feet are very fast. Mine, they're lagging, but pay attention to that.
Put an offensive shot, put him on defense, and go straight to the net. So any short ball I get against him, I will come to the net. Any short ball. Again, don't do that with the pusher. I'm just slicing back and forth. He'll slice it 100 times. Yeah, so I'm moving him around. I'm trying to look for any moment to run forward. Looking for like a really deep shot where I kind of have him on defense. Okay, here we go. So I come in there. Probably work. Nice. Good point. Drops were working. Right? He doesn't hit with power. Even that over, there wasn't a lot of power in it. He just made sure to go where it needed to go. He's going to place it. So again, the more you warm up these guys, the more they will direct the ball, right? So he's moving me left and right. It's not something I want. If you catch them on somewhat defense, right, they'll just punch it back to the center. Oh gosh, I lost that one. Yeah, he had a 40-0 game there, and he won that game just without unforced errors. Just keeping that ball in. Still gotta get to the net. Oh gosh, that was in. Hit that out. Oh yeah, I was using the Babolat Aero Pro. I don't use that. That's right, I was demoing it to see what it was like. I used to use it in college. As far as big serves against pushers, that serve was one of the bigger ones I hit in the match. I think it was flat. I generally, against a good pusher like Alex here, does not miss very many returns. There's almost no reason to hit really powerful serves. Like, you're just going to gas yourself out, and they're just going to return it back, right? If you serve at 115, it's coming back 90. right? Like as fast as you hit it, as fast as it's coming back. So conserve energy, try to go for angles, pull them out wide, make them move so they're not. Yeah, like I'm trying to heavy hit these. Ooh. Nice, just out of his reach. Nice. Ooh, did a little trick shot there. Right, even that return, I thought it was a winner, but he still got to it. So you also, with a pusher, you have to expect the ball to come back every time. Just because you think it's a winner, which could be on a lot of people, it's probably going to come back. I would actually consider this one of Alex's not so great matches. I watched him play, it was the Parker Open the second year. I mean, he ran this guy ragged. I remember seeing the guy break his racket. You were almost guaranteed to see rackets being thrown if you watch a pusher match, right? Like, it's always fun to watch them. I always love seeing pushers on the court because it's like you know what mentally the opponent is going to. Right? Like I'm having to dissect these points. Right? Like you have to do that, especially if your volleys aren't working too well early on. Right, like if it's not a sharp shot, sharp angle, he's going to do something. Look at that. Look at that. Look at his speed, man. Look at that. Can't believe he got that. And he hit a winner on it. That was a heavy forehand. Gets it back, nothing. I think that drops in. Yep. Right, just like I said, he's pushing the ball in. That's all he needs to do because you have to step into the ball. You have to exhaust more energy trying to hit that ball with pace. It's like some people are like, oh, I'll just moonball it back. Wrong. Do not moonball it back with, nice. Do not moonball it back with pushers, man. That's what they want. That's the game they want. If they can bring you to a 3-hour match, that's perfect for them. And it'll frustrate you. A lot of people give up before then. They get frustrated. Alright, so remember I'm usually hitting most returns to the center. Waiting until I get a ball a little more in my comfort zone to strike it. You just don't want to make any unforced errors. It's a big thing against pushers. If it's a tough ball for me, I'm not going to go for anything crazy. I will generally punch it to the backhand more than the forehand. Yep, good. Notice how I'm getting to the net every time the point's ended. I'm not winning barely any points from the baseline. Right, you kind of saw my movement there on returns. I always say when returning, doesn't matter who you're returning. First serve, get it in play. Second serve, make them pay. Always be aggressive on the second serve. Nice. Good job coming in on that one. I try to work on my delay with a pusher like this, so it kind of doesn't know where I'm going, but he's generally really good at predicting. Oh my gosh, yep. He's a fast one, man. He is fast. Alright, he was there before I hit the ball. See what I'm saying? They're very, very good at anticipating. Almost like no matter how hard you hit the ball, they know where you're going. Okay, I got him. Oh, went behind me, right? The smarter player, he'll go behind the faster guy. He knows I've got speed, so he went right behind me on that shot. Look at that pass. That was a great pass by Lance. Alright, I'll show the stats to this match, but not a lot of winners hit on his end. He's just trying to bring you frustration, bring you into his game, not go into their game. Doesn't matter if you lose 4-6, or I mean if you win 4-6, just do not fall into their game. You're not likely to beat them at it. Even a 4-5, I consider some of the guys in the 5-0 much easier to play than this guy here. Truly. Just because there's a lot more elements to tennis. I can't just use my big forehand. I can't focus on a weakness, right? Generally remember doing a lot of kick serve too. But yeah, this tournament here, this is the Flying Horse Open. I've won this 3 times, and I've been a runner-up 2 times. It was kind of like I was favored to win it. I think we were the last guys on the court. This was pretty long match. Nice. I go behind him. He still got it. Oh, what? Alright, so I'm starting to get a groove with my serving and balling. I'm coming to the net a lot more. Almost every single serve I'm coming to the net now. Right? I was getting tired. Again, you do not want to play long points against these guys. No, sir. Right, come in on that angle. I'd say move with definitiveness, right? So, like, you need to force yourself to come in. So, like, normally when I play against an opponent, like in 5-0, I will see if their back's turned. I will notice their positioning. But with a pusher, I will strike the ball pretty much as hard as I can, 3 feet in the back. Like I'm going for it, and I'm coming in off of that shot. Like I'm going in off of this shot. So I'm putting more trust in my idea of moving. Ooh, he's still. It's a long deuce. You get that? Yeah, I got that. Picking angles off. Still getting them. That was out. We actually verified it on the swingvision. That's why it's nice having swingvision. So you thought it was in. It was out by like half an inch. Again, why I recommend swingvision is it keeps situations like that too. Right? Like you can check something to get it. Okay, something's wrong here. Is this still the same game? Alright, yeah, this is still the same game. Alright, so still 2-all. Alright, so this is a pretty big game. Pretty much whoever wins this will have a bunch of momentum. So we're trying to fight the point up nice. Dang, he won that game. Solid. Alright, I'm back on serve. I'm gonna try to come in. Some heavy. Oh, I fell. I still won the point. Still kind of learning clay. I think this was my. I mean, this is the only clay tournament I've played. Won it twice. Ooh, nice. I've actually lost to Jason twice. I'm pretty sure Jason DeSantis won that one 2 times, and we both met the finals. Oh, that's a good shot. Nice. All right, so you can notice his return is he's just going to fluff it in. So that's why I'm coming in almost every time. Nice, put away. Coming in again. I came in almost every serve has been a serve. That's the point you want to get to, right? Ideally, I would have been able to serve him while he was gone, but it was not in the cards for me. Right, come in the net, go behind him. He still gets it. Just barely got that one in. A little bit risky. Ow! No, that did not fit in. And look how early I'm taking that return. All right, his serve wasn't all too powerful. Again, when you play like pushers in the 5-0, they will have a good serve. So that's like the only difference is. Like, luckily, I could attack this serve a little more often. But he's working on it. He's gotten better. Every time I see him around, he's improved. So. Glad I got bumped up to 5-0. All right, so unfortunately, it didn't get all the footage. This was like last year when I first started to use swingvision. So it's an old match. You can see the stats right here. Alex had like 100% return rate on his second serves. It usually has a little more stats too. swingvision has made improvement. This is why, like I say, like, you know, serving really big isn't worth it unless your serves are actually like you're hitting aces or you're putting them on massive defense. But when I was trying it with this guy, it wasn't working, right? So I would rather just angle it off and then try and go for like a big forehand on the second shot because I know his return's not going to be anything crazy. Also, if you liked this video or something similar to this, I now record in 4K. This was back in 1080p, so it didn't look too great, but my quality's gone up, and I was wondering if you guys want me to do more of these. If you liked the video or enjoyed it, if I helped you in any way, please subscribe. I will be at least doing more coaching content on here than just like highlights and stuff, because I do want to teach, like, especially like the beginner levels and stuff in tennis. As always, thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it. A lot of my videos, you know, hitting that like 40,000 view mark, which is really cool. It's cool that 40,000 people are watching it, but no one's subbing. Come on, come on. Come on, the man. I'll do more accent for you. Okay, just, you know, sub. And sayonara. Thank you. Ciao.